tell the story because I made such a fool of myself. I'm not a good morning person. I get up in the morning, but I don't like mornings. I'd much rather stay up till 2, 3 in the morning. But when you got to get up at 3, 4 in the morning, I just have trouble getting my engine started. How many of you're like my dear wife? Boy, she's out of bed 5 a.m. How many of you, that's you? Ought to be legal to shoot you, okay? I'm on an airplane, a Delta airplane. The flight's going to leave at 5 a.m. And I got on that airplane, and they put a brand new interior in it. And the tiniest little seats I've ever seen. And the minute I saw those new seats, I thought, good night. Once I'm in that seat wedged in, I will not need a seatbelt. Turn this baby upside down, I won't go anywhere. I walked back to my row, and there was a flight attendant there. People are getting on the plane. And I know exactly what I said to that flight attendant. I took my coat off and I said, those are the most puny seats I've ever seen. I didn't say anything about her. I criticized the seat. Like that, she let me have it in front of all kinds of people. I said, that's the most puny seat I've ever seen. She said, well, you could lose weight, you know. Oh, sweet Alabama. 5 in the morning, and I got the mouth of the South on a Delta flight. That's all it took. She said, you could lose weight, you know. I said, you know what, you're right, and you could get prettier. I said, I don't know how to tell you this, but you are one of the most seriously cosmetically challenged people I've ever met. I said, when you fell out of the tree, you didn't miss a branch on the way down. Now, the people around me started clapping. A businessman there got his pen out. He said, say that again. I want to write that down. He said, where'd you get that? I said, I don't know. I think the devil gave it to me. I don't know. She teared up, and I said, if you think tears are going to help, you're dreaming. She walked off. Now I'm putting my coat up overhead, and the tracks in my pocket slipped out. They just came out. And I'm putting them back in my pocket, and like that, the Lord said, probably not a good idea to give her one. If you can't control your tongue, this world does not want to hear what you got to say. Plain and simple. I went back up to her and I said, what I did to you, I'd never want somebody to do to my wife. I never want somebody to do it to my daughter. I said, I broke the heart of God. I had slipped the bridle off. Whoa. I said, I am sorry. She said, I've been a Delta flight attendant for 22 years. She said, no one's ever apologized to me. I said, today's the day. I truly owe you an apology. When that bridle is off of your tongue, there's no telling what'll come out. Set on fire of hell. No man can control it. Get that bridle on. I was getting off of the airplane, and the captain was standing at the door kind of just saying goodbye to people, and that flight attendant's standing there. And as I'm walking down the aisle, she pointed at me and she said, the big guy right there, that one, that one. And I thought, oh boy, here it comes. She's going to get the captain on me. I walked up and the captain shook my hand and he said, I want to thank you. I said, thank me? He said, yeah. I said, I don't know, did you hear the whole story? He said, yeah, I did. He said, I'm a born-again Christian. And he said, I see Christians on our flights all the time who can't control their mouths. They can't control their tongues. And he said, you weren't doing too good, but you landed well. Have you got the bridle on? Now, there's something I learned. You bridle a horse, they're forever trying to get it off. They'll rub it on a building, they'll scrape it on a tree, a fence post, anything to get it gone. Don't lose that bridle. Mr. Roloff said, I have the ability to bless God and shame God with my tongue.